What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So I went and drilled the Black Widow 2.0 and I went and used it today. And it was kind of crazy what happened. But this thing is nice. This thing is really nice. This might be, I'm not sure yet, further testing might be required. But this might be one of those balls that you just happened to throw a drill layout on it, you went and used it, and was like, hell yeah, I am not touching that ball ever again. That thing is nice. I kind of saw that here, but then I'll show you. Let's jump into it. So there's no oil on the lanes today. They've been beat up all night. So this should be a good test. Let's try it. Oh, and I forgot to mention the layout. That's kind of important, right? So the layout, I went with this, and actually my PAP lands right here in the base of the head of the hammer. So this is what the layout looks like. Pin, CG, PSA. And obviously, per usual, I threw the polish on this ball before I left my house. Always. Especially on a new ball, I don't know what it's going to do. But I went with, because I know what these balls do, I was very cautious on this one. I went with a 6 1/8 pin to PAP by 6 1/8 PSA to PAP by 3 inches up. So 3 inches from the center of my grip up to the center of the pin. 3 inches up. My thought was bring the finger holes down, go into the side of the core, raise the RG if I can. Make it as late as possible. This is a big, strong, asymmetric ball. I wanted all the help I could take to get it down the lane. And the polish, the first couple of shots I threw are with the polish, and then I stuck a piece of sandpaper in front of the camera so you know I sanded it at that point forward. And yeah, they didn't oil the lanes this morning. Actually, one of the customers had the key to the bowling alley and let us in, so thank God he had the key. This was my first shot today. I was still getting warmed up, you know, still getting loose. First shot was a strike, and you see how nice and like, ooh, that thing is smooth. Very smooth, and there's not a drop of oil on these lanes. So it was quite tricky today. And you'll especially see in a minute, like. But I think what happened was once I got warm, my speed started to pick up as I was getting loose. So it was like coming in light, then it was perfect, then it was late, and it was perfect. It's nice looking, very nice looking ball. It was confusing, like this is a strong ball. It's polished and it has a really weak layout on it. Oh, here, I sanded it. Uh-oh. Dude, that just that little sanding change completely transformed this ball. Like, it was two completely different balls. This thing takes to surface changes. Be careful. This has a super strong cover stock. But I think if I get some, I'm gonna order some new sanding pads. I'm not gonna go to polish, but I'm gonna go as high as I can with just pads. Like, almost polished, but not polished. And then go back and put it on some oil and see what happens. And then I always need something else to compare to, so I threw the Storm High Road, which is dull, and I had no issues with that one, per usual. That's just a really nice ball, but I needed a gauger, you know what I mean? To be able to compare two balls. So anyways, guys, like I say, I think I'm going to sand this up as high as I can without stepping into the polished territory, and go back and roll this on some oil, because it was actually surprising. When I saw no oil on the lanes, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. It was not what I was expecting at all. Like, this thing was like, it was nice. I wanted to touch stronger, but don't assume. Don't assume. And this is why I like to see things for myself, because, you know, a lot of times people will say, oh, just sand it. It'll make it smoother. Yes, that was the case with the Storm High Road Max. Absolutely, all day long. I will never argue that. That ball, I sanded it, it made it smoother. Like, it made it even nicer. But not this ball. No way. Sanding this ball made it so strong. It was almost like a different ball. This thing takes the cover stock changes very well, so be very, very careful. Very careful. Small adjustments at a time, or you might not like it. But anyways, you know, I really think this is going to be one of those balls for me. Like, and one of those balls may be a different story for everyone else. Maybe someone gave it to you. You know, maybe you went to the pro shop and they drilled it for you, and you don't know how they picked the layout. They just punched some holes in the ball. Like, you know, that's what I had done for me many times. And that's how I found one of the balls that, you know, the Venom Shock, the original Venom Shock Pearl. You know, you roll it and you're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's for me. Yes, please. And this is going to be one of those two. I almost guarantee it. So I'm not sure that, you know, me picking the gas mask core was the best choice for an asymmetric experiment, moving the PSA around, because I think this ball is going to be just a bit too much. But there was a bit of a shortage the last time I checked for bowling balls. I couldn't find hardly anything. I think maybe I should go with I would say a Venom Shock Recoil, maybe? You know, that orange ball? It's a light to medium oil asymmetric ball. That one might be the correct ball for moving the PSA around and just seeing what the differences are. But I don't know that this is going to be the ball for that, because the difference just might be like usable, unusable. That's it. This is a lot of ball, and I don't know that I want to touch this ball. I think it might be just, I don't know. Do you guys have any other suggestions? Like, what would you think would be a good, like, an asymmetric ball that could be like two ends of the spectrum here, like on dry lanes? I want to be able to move that PSA around and have some wiggle room. There's no wiggle room here. This is balls to the wall ball. But I'm glad I got this. I think I might just landed myself into a gold mine ball. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next one.